said he's setting up the machine, the optical scanner, to count ballots without observers from any party in the tabulation room. Where is everybody?
Go find out.
And why can't you get in there?
He said he'd call me when he was ready. I guess after the election's counted.
About Heller, they talked about me.
Yes.
Yeah, keep coming.
What is this? It reached CNN. This was during the weekend.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, it was on CNN.
I did not know that. That's good news.
Can I use my cell phone now? One of us could do a Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
Well, Chris is tied up.
We watched over the closing of really the library, and when, the deputy there watching over, but then
Are they bringing in the...
there's election day. Dolly.
You get 2 reps, one for the county, one for the state.
Wide open.
I get 2. All the kids get 2, I get 2.
And, what do you want me to do besides stand around and look
Ed?
at laws?
I'm at the supervisor's election office, so you come. Let me just ask you then, let me just cut you off then. If not...
I don't know if Leonard wants me to keep filming or what.
People inside the tabulation room.
Yeah, I think he does.
So can I get Jim Miller to go in? You'll have to appoint him.
One of our group members is a member.
Yes. Yes. Because Bill Bucolo is one, and then we'll get Jim Miller as the other. We get a county and a state.
They don't take them anywhere. Right, in that particular church.
Okay, well this is...
Nancy?
How are you?
Good. You stand right here, you always get a photo.
What do we have here? Are these early votes?
This is early voting.
Early voting.
Partial absentee, and the first.
Okay, here's a blue box here, and then there's a blue box way over there.
And it's actually.
And how do you get from one to the other?
Wow.
You don't, unless you can jump really far. He's getting ready to jump, and that's a long distance.
Well, it reads fairly quick. You put the cards in, it takes about a minute. Not even 30 seconds.
And each card is each machine, correct?
Each card is each machine, yeah. I think they're probably...
He said never mind. He just told me never mind.
Right, okay. Now, I'm just curious why the Sequoia representative is in an alcove where nobody can see what they're doing with the computer. As far as transparency is concerned, they should have that in full view of everybody that wants to see it. Unfortunately, they've stuck it somewhere where nobody can see it.
Okay. This is the beginning of the observation area. They're not allowed in here. Cordoned off. And that means we can't get back and see where the cartridges actually come in from the road, from the actual precincts. Now this is the first observation window. And these are the memory cartridges. See, you can see it's upside down, 16 megabytes. This is the observation box. And then the real action is down way over here. Now the gentleman on your right, smiling, looking at the computer, he's hired by, he represents Sequoia. He's not a county employee.
And Nancy, what
I said that to boys,
is like
if Sean says that isn't possible.
like she's the person who has to deal with it. She's the one who keeps coming around.
It's more the number we wrote on the back. We're keeping him in order.
They're about to scan some absentee ballots. election observation at the stand in the blue box. All the way in the doorway. It comes about 3 feet out of the doorway where they're allowed to stand. By the door is Leonard. That is where he is required to stand to observe the counting of the absentee ballots. As you can see, it's very difficult for the people here to observe the counting of the absentee ballots, to see exactly what's going on. Besides Leonard, there's also the Republican observer.
A little bit different. I try to get the numbers. Hold it against the glass, maybe. Or you got it.
I can read it.
Yeah.
It's running.
This process here from end to end is one of the biggest joke farces I've ever seen in my entire life.
Still see it over there, but
Where is it?
Next to that yellow pad or whatever, the one that's,
it's next to the stapler, right?
oh yeah,
Did it-
piece of paper. 130?
Talking mark, so I can hear if it's on or off.
He picked it up. Picked it up.
Yeah, we're done. Just so.
Oh. I'm doing it right now.
Is anyone else back here?
Yeah, there's a couple people in the back room yet. Come on, guys, let's go.
Do you want to grab that stuff, Darlene?
Let's go. Now leave it.
All right. Do you want the coffee? He picked it up.
Who did?
That guy that you were talking to went through the door.
Did you put it away?
Well, I don't know if he didn't put it away. He moved it over
We're
there.
gone. We're leaving. We still got people back there. Let's go.
Can we please see the other two go out?
Yeah, you'll see the other two go out the room.
You can wait from outside.
Let's go. Are you getting this?
Yes.
All right. I'm sorry, but because we got a guy who's working for Sequoia. He's in there by himself with the voting machines.
Oh man.
I mean, what's that? All right. Guess there's nothing we can do about it. We're being forced to leave.
There's a whole mess of people still in here. I don't understand why we have to go when they get to
Actually,
stay.
apparently this election, I was the observer. I was designated by the Reform Party so I could be in the tabulation room. Unfortunately, I was unable to do my job even remotely effectively. I was not able to see any screens, as you'll see from the video footage. I couldn't see the central tabulator. I couldn't enter the optical scan room where they scan the absentee ballots. I mean, I could get into the doorway, but I couldn't. I never got a chance to see the computer screen. I asked specifically, could I look at just to see what the count is on the screen or what software was running on the machine? And Nancy Whitlock told me no, I could not. Overall, I'd say the entire process was a complete joke and a complete illusion. There's nothing open or transparent about it. Not that you can see anything because it's all run by computers, but for example, they copied one of the memory cards they made a duplicate of a machine memory card on a laptop. So for all we know, they could have duplicated all the cards in the back room because no citizens were observing where the cards come in from the clerks. And I was threatened with ejection. I just walked over in the beginning of the election at 7. I walked over to see they were all crowded around the central tabulator. I wanted to see if it was zeroed out or what the situation was. And they said they'd throw me out of the room. And this whole process is just an illusion. Everything about it is wrong. Everything. If you don't believe me, come check it out for yourself. This is just, you're living in fantasy land.